Hi, I'm Daniel with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at and I'm going to show you how to install the TowSmart Trailer Hitch on our 2024 Hyundai Palisade. Overall, this hitch is going to look really nice on your Palisade, and it's going to allow you to do all kinds of things. Like our neighbor today, he's going to be using this to haul his boat to the lake. Now you can also use this for a bike rack or cargo carrier in case you're going on long trips and you need the extra space. This hitch is going to have a 2" by 2" hitch opening. Now it's going to be standard for most of your accessories. Now speaking of accessories, you will need a 5/8" pin and clip to secure those. Now most of the time they will come in the kit with your accessory. They won't come with the hitch, however. Now I would get a locking pin just so you have that extra sense of security when you're out on the trail. No one can come and take your bike rack. Now on the bottom here, it's got these loop style safety chain loops that can easily accept a clevis or an S-hook safety chain. Palisades are really capable vehicles, allowing you to tow a decent amount. So the hitch towing capacity is going to be 5,000 pounds, and that is going to be the trailer plus what's packed inside of it. Now do always check your Palisade's owner manual and make sure you're towing what your vehicle can handle. Now I'll go ahead and get you a couple measurements. So from the ground to the top of the inside of the hitch receiver, it's going to be about 14¼ So that number is good to know if you have any longer accessories and you want to make sure those don't bottom out when you're going up a steep incline. And you can also use that number to determine if you need a rise or drop when leveling out a trailer for towing. Now, the next measurement is going to be from the center of the hitch pin hole to the outside of the bumper here. That's going to be about 5 inches. So that's good to know if you have any folding accessories like a bike rack. You want to make sure that doesn't hit your bumper when you have that folded. Now, if you have any further questions about this hitch or the installation process or what hitch is going to be best for your Palisade, then please feel free to reach out to us at eTrailer. We'd love to help you out. Overall, I really like this hitch, but if you're somebody who's planning on towing a whole lot, then you should check out the Curt hitch because it has a slightly higher tongue weight and the installation process is really simple and it's really good quality. Now, that's not to say this one's not going to work perfectly fine if you're going to use bike racks or car carriers, or you could even do towing with this as well. Now, like I said, the installation process is going to be the same and it's going to be pretty straightforward. But if you don't have the time or tools to do it yourself, then feel free to check out our dealer locator. We can find a professional in your area to get this installed for you. But if you're looking to do it yourself, follow along and I'll walk you through it. First off, we want to lower the spare tire. So I'm going to open the hatch and get our panel removed. And to lower our spare tire, we'll locate this fastener. I'm just going to take a flathead, get this cap removed, and now we can loosen this. Got a 13/16 socket, and I'm going to loosen this up. And now I'll just pull our spare out of the way and set it to the side. Now up under the vehicle on the driver's side, there's going to be a plastic cover. So I'm going to take these 3 push pins off. I got a flat head. I'm just going to get my trim panel tool, get these pulled out. I'm just twisting screwdriver. And sometimes you can actually just pull them out. But if they have a lot of gunk in them, you can't just use that panel tool, and it makes it a lot easier. Now there's going to be 2 more fasteners that we'll have to loosen up. I got a 15mm socket, and these are embedded in the plastic piece itself, so you just want to loosen them up. I'll loosen the other side while I'm pulling down. You need to go back the other way. Now I'll get this set to the side. Now I'll have to lower that exhaust, so I'm going to take a strap, secure this somewhere on our frame, just so when we take this down, this will support the weight of our exhaust. There are going to be a few rubber isolators that we're going to have to remove. I'm going to spray it down with some lubricant, but if you just have some soapy water, that should work as well. I'll take a pry bar, get this removed. And the next one back is going to be closer to the passenger side, but it's going to be right up here. I'll get that removed as well. And our final one's gonna be back here by our strap. I'll get this one taken off. And if you need to, you can lower this strap just a bit to give yourself some more room. There's gonna be 2 threaded holes on our frame. Now I'm just gonna spray these out and clean them out with a wire brush. A lot of gunk can get built up in there and makes it hard to get your hardware in. And now you can thread the bolt on. Now all your hardware is gonna have a conical tooth washer. Just make sure those teeth are facing the metal so it bites in. It's gonna go like that. Now I'll just get these started by hand, and then I'll come back and take a 17mm socket. Make sure they go in smoothly. There's gonna be 2 holes on the side of our frame. Now these aren't gonna have threads. You're gonna take your longer bolt. We'll get a conical tooth washer. I'll just show you this before we get the hitch on, make it a little easier. And then I'll get pushed through. Our hitch will get up in place, and once the hitch is in place, we'll put a washer and a nut. This will be the same on the passenger side as well. And now we can get the hitch into place. I got Chris over there helping me. We're gonna get it over the exhaust and raised up. Now I'll take the hardware. It's gonna go through the bottom and get this threaded on. And once you get these started on either side, it'll support the weight of the hitch, and then we can deal with the rest of the hardware. And now we'll get our other pieces of hardware in. I'll get our longer bolts in, and you may need to push up on that hitch receiver just to get this to line up properly. And on this side, I'll just put that washer and nut. Now do keep in mind that there's going to be 2 different sized washers, so make sure you're using the one with the smaller opening on the bottom and the one with the bigger one with the bigger bolts on top. Now on the passenger side, you're going to have a slightly smaller bolt, and there's only going to be one because there's only going to be one hole on that passenger side. Now I'm going to tighten and torque everything down. First I'm going to take my 17mm socket and tighten the bottom bolts. And then I'll take a 19mm socket and wrench and tighten the hardware above it. Now I'll torque it down to the specs and the instructions. Now if you don't have a torque wrench at home, you can usually rent one from your local auto parts store, or you can pick one up from us at eTrailer. Once you've torqued everything down, we can now put our panel back in place and get our hardware in that and raise the exhaust back up. So we did find when we put the exhaust back up, it is touching our hitch, so you can't just bend this down away from it, or you could cut it out if it's more aggressive. But now I'll get the rest of our rubber isolator back on. Take our strap down. And finally, you can put your spare back up, and then you're good to go. And as you can see, we put that spare tire back, and it fits nicely. And that just about does it for the TowSmart Hitch on our 2024 Hyundai Palisade.